What's going on, Sha?
Nothing really. Nothing at all.
No, every time we start the pod, like I don't know why, but like I've got it in my. Someone told me that like I know it's true. I start every episode saying like hi to you,
Uh-huh.
and like someone mentioned it, and like now it's in my head that like, am I saying the same thing every time? And like so, like in my head, like right before I say it, there's like 5 different versions of saying hi to Sha that go through my head. That I'm like, which is the one that I've been using? I don't know which it is.
No, you
So
say. I mean, if you turn your brain off, the
yeah,
one that you say is the one that you say all the time.
okay.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that like right before, but like know that there's a second before everyone sees us
Uh huh.
that like I have a panic attack. I'm like, what do I say at the start of this?
Yeah. Just turn off your brain.
Yo, I just had it right now. I was like, what is it like? I was like cordial greetings, Sha. Like I don't know, like
Salutations. But no, yeah, and honestly, now that I have my brain on, if I were to try and remember exactly, even though you literally just said it, if I were to try to remember what it was, I couldn't. But
right.
it's just a natural. Oh, that's how we start.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
huh? Go figure. I like how the
Mhm.
brain is weird like that. You know,
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's been how many years have we
yo,
been doing this?
3 years, 6 Shalewa birthdays. You know, we out here, baby.
Yeah.
I dig it. I'm trying. What's going on with you this week, homie?
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I guess it's spring, right?
Mm,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we're tiptoeing up to summer, really.
yeah.
Um. And I think that's it. Trying to figure out what my look will be. Um. And then thinking, why are you concerned about looks? You still can't go downstairs correctly. And I'm like, that's true. That's true. So just trying to figure out which one of my looks is good for like an arthritic knee, for
Okay,
a
okay.
healing broken ankle and an arthritic knee. What are we doing? Shorts? Like how are we?
what
So
what do you
yeah.
consider when you like? Okay, this is the season for this. Like, what goes
Oh
into that?
well, I don't. Uh, there's usually just a lot of tweaks. It's a lot of
Okay,
tweaks, but I have a basic. I already have a basic look based on all the stuff that I end up wearing. So it's really just variations kind of on a theme, which is where I should be at this point in my life. Trying to I shouldn't necessarily be trying a whole bunch of new trends and all of that stuff, because by my 50s I should know what my body is doing and what will work on it.
right.
And that's not whatever is trending. It's hardly ever what's trending.
Never was for me. I know
Yeah.
what you.
So I have to, when there is a trend that does work for me, I buy up as much as I can of it, and then we wear that out for years to come until it circles back around.
So
Um
is it like is this a like is like because I know you said like I've always enjoyed the phrase I'm doing a thing. You know,
right.
when you're doing a thing, is it a thing as in I'm doing this today, or is it like if you put together like if somebody took a picture of you over the last like 4 weeks, does it like spell out like Shalewa is killing it or something with like the first letter of the
Oh.
garments? You know what I mean?
It's
Like, is it a
probably
week
yeah,
thing?
it's probably what I'm thinking for the day.
Okay.
But if I were to, and it's kind of wild considering how quietly um vain I am that I have not done the outfit of the day picture and posted it every day.
Real
It's kind
talk.
of
I'm
wild
blown
that I
away by it.
haven't done that. But yeah, I'm thinking it's of the day, like for that day. Oh, you know what? I think I want to do this. And
Okay.
sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, I believe I want to do this, and then I change my mind, and then my day is off because I didn't. I'm like, that's what I get from
Mm,
straying from what my original vision was. Um, And then sometimes I don't think and I just throw things on and then I end up looking great, but it's all like pajamas on my way to a store. But yeah, it's usually like for the day.
Okay.
Um, but if I took a picture every day, there probably would be a story told,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be like the plan. It's just what I have and
Like,
and that
it's where
kind of
you
thing.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's where I am. So
Would the like the time match, or would the day of the weeks you think match? Like, do you think you dress similar on Mondays? Or
no, yeah, no, it's literally just what uh, a lot of it is whatever I've got to do that day.
okay.
So, for example, tomorrow I have to go into the office to work and then I have a show afterwards.
Right.
Um, so I need to wear something that um is nice, and if it was on stage is a little bit um nicer than maybe what people are wearing in the audience,
Right, right.
or you know what I mean, just like a height, just like a little bit of heightening to it,
Yeah.
but it also needs to not look crazy in an office.
Right.
Like, why are you wearing a ball gown to work? That kind of thing.
It's
Um,
Tuesday, you know what I
yes,
mean?
right. And also my job is a lot of sitting, but then when I'm standing and I'm carrying like boxes of cans of soda or big
Right.
parcels of water, or I'm cleaning up coffee, or I'm taking out trash, like that kind of stuff. So I can't get those juices on me,
Right, right.
right? So yeah, so it's a matter of like walking that with, and then if I'm just like, ah, screw it, I'll just bring this to change into like I'm feeling like this is what I want to wear on stage at that moment. Um, so that's like what I have to think about in the morning. I'll think about it in the shower. And when I'm in the shower, mostly the only things I'm thinking about are what am I going to wear, not just that day, but planning outfits for the future. Like I'm thinking about what I'm going to
Yo.
wear, or I've been hit by a premise, like a joke premise. That's it, where I
Yeah.
do a lot of writing in in the shower. Where I'm just kind of talking out jokes that I have and then more things come to me.
Yeah.
Um, so it's either what I'm gonna wear or jokes. And then if it's not that, then it's conversations that I wish I had with people.
Hell yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then if I've already cycled through all that, or I'm okay in all of those areas, then I'm just thinking of a song. I'm not singing the song. I'm not singing the song. I'm not singing the song, but I am thinking of the song.
That's real. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Alright. One, I know you joked about it, but I 100% think you should be posting outfit of the day. You every time I see you, your outfit looks very well thought out.
Oh,
Um
thanks.
and like I do think that like I think you would get a lot of social media attention for the type of outfits you put together and what goes into the thought process.
Mhm.
And I think that'd be great. It might piss you off that it's not from the comedy stuff. So that it's a gift and a curse. So I'm right with you. Like everybody, like, like the advice I get all the time. I was like, yo, you should post more content about like the handiwork you do around the house. I was like, you think I want to blow up because I fixed the boiler? Like that, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's cool, I guess, and like props to the people that enjoy that. But like that would hurt me almost. That like
I mean, I
I've been
don't
trying to
think
do stand up.
it
You know what I
it
mean?
wouldn't I don't know if it would hurt my feelings, getting attention for that. I don't know if I would get attention just because I don't I mean, like, I'm not comfortable. I don't know exactly how to court attention on these things. I'm on all of these apps, and yet I still understand how to get people to pay attention to me on the apps. And
Right.
I go back and forth as to trying to figure out how. But I could do that for sure. If that did pick up, I feel like it would pick up with fashion people.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be mad. Also, um, if you are a larger woman and you show confidence in yourself and you have confidence in yourself, first of all, God bless you.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
I feel like I don't, but I think I may more than I realize.
Yeah.
always been a little bit larger, so I'm just like, well, this is how I gotta freak this. But there will always be people who are very mean to you. Just
Mm,
being a woman online, someone's going to say um something terrible.
right.
So I'm just like, how much of that do I want to invite? But you know what? They're gonna say that about my jokes too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like I feel like I've a couple of times posted like a picture on IG and it's been me in my closet or like my closet from far away, and I always get a message from someone who's like, "That's your I wanna see more of what's going on in your closet."
Yeah,
It's like
straight up.
a mess. It's a cat that I'm trying to make sure she's not,
Though
pissing on stuff in there. That's what's going on.
people are fascinated. I'm telling you. Like
Yeah.
every time we do a pod, when you're in the closet, it gets extra comments. Like it's a thing. I'm telling you. It's an opportunity. It's there.
Yeah.
Just put it out there, Sha. You got
Mhm.
you got some. It's in the chamber if you ever want to use it. It's
Yeah,
there.
perhaps. Yeah.
Make a
Actually,
pivot.
now that I'm thinking about my closet, I now it has just come to me what I am wearing tomorrow to make it through work to a show.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Like, just like it's just like, "Oh, I have this thing, I think that will work."
Okay. And
So
second question I got for you.
oh, yes.
Only because of the tangent you mentioned.
Uh-huh.
What is the oldest conversation that you replay in your head?
Oh, the oldest conversation? Well, oh, I don't know, know because it's not even so much usually I'll just remember something very embarrassing, and then I will go, "Oh, you dummy." Right? I do that a lot.
Okay.
Um, but it usually just ends up being some sort of argument that I wish I had with someone or something that I wish I had said to somebody.
Right.
It's like that kinda thing, and I that can go back for years, like
Yeah.
decades. That can go back very far because sadly, I remember a lot of those things.
Yo, real talk. As soon as you said that, I was like, yo, I remember like I have combos that I replay from like my first jobs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
straight
yeah.
up, like arguments I had with like a boss that like
Mhm.
I could have won it if I said this and I was right,
Yes.
but I lost the argument because I ain't think of saying it
Right.
at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I relive a whole lot of moments that I'm like, "Oh, I should have done this," or "What if I had just said this instead?" Or I saw that. That was a red flag. I wish I hadn't have ignored it, and then I could have said this and, like, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, just very just otherwise, I enjoy a shower, except for those moments. Except for the moments that I am remembering, terrible things or having the kinda argument that I wish I had. Who wishes
Right.
for an argument, you know?
I wish for arguments all the time. I think
Yeah, yeah, you probably do. I don't so much, but yeah.
well, I hope all your future showers come with focuses on outfits and premises.
Yeah, that's what I'd prefer. That's really the sweet spot.
I'm rooting for you, homie. Let's get into the news.
Okay.
uh, Kicking it off, New York City's rat-hating mayor, Eric Adams,
Oh, yeah, that guy.
is once again ticketed for rats at his Brooklyn property.
That man, I can't.
That's right. New York City's mayor has been ticketed for a rat infestation at his Brooklyn home. Mayor Eric Adams' latest ticket was issued by a city health inspector on May 16th at a row house he owns in Bedford Stuyvesant. The inspector observed fresh rat droppings and a rat burrow at the front left base of the staircase of the property. The ticket, first reported by the Daily News, was Adams' fifth rodent violation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not doing
Real talk.
anything since he
Five
since
times.
since becoming mayor in January of 2022. That
Yo.
means in 2 years and some change, almost
Yeah.
2.5 years, 5 rodent violations
Every 6 months.
every 6
Every
months,
6 months he
like
gets to do it.
clockwork. I feel like the rats are calling him in themselves. Here we go with another rat story. Here we go with another. We're making the rats make the phone calls, but somebody's doing something.
Real talk, yo. The health inspector got a plug in it. It's a rat. He's like, yo, yeah, we out here again. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yo, we parked up. Yeah, yeah, come through. Real
Oh
talk. We
man,
got
if
some
it's
food,
not a
everything.
rat, it's definitely a mole. Someone's doing some animal is doing something in there.
Oh man. Spokesperson for Adam, Liz Garcia, said in a statement, the mayor prides himself on keeping his property clean. He will
Mm,
review the summons and follow all standard procedures.
he'll do nothing of the sort.
Adam, a Democrat, frequently claims, I hate rats, and once tried to prove it by demonstrating a device that drowned them in a vat of caustic liquid.
Wait,
He,
I forgot that he was
whoa.
out here trying to drown rats. Meanwhile, they're having family reunions in his property.
Real talk. Maybe he wasn't drowning them. These are like saunas and like pools.
Like
You know
he's
what I mean?
making spas for
Real
these.
talk, yo.
Yo, what if he's actually making spas for these rats?
I'm telling you, he's
This
comforting them.
guy. I mean, oh boy.
Adam now lives at Gracie Mansion, and he challenged the previous rat tickets he got at his Brooklyn property. Three were dismissed, but the mayor paid a $300 to settle the fourth. Adams told the hearing officer he spent $7,000 on rat mitigation at the property.
No, he didn't. Because didn't he have trash?
Real
Didn't he
talk,
have
B.
trash like on the outside on the street or something, as well as like the rat stuff? There was trash
Come
like
on.
up like for a long time. I don't know. I just feel like he didn't even live in that place.
Real
Like,
talk.
was that the place where his son lived? That he said was his apartment that he shared with
Yeah.
his son?
Real talk, yo. I know there was someone there that should have been handling this.
Yeah. No, I think once I think he maybe he had an apartment in Jersey or something like that. He had this property his son was living in Brooklyn that he
Mm-hmm.
said was his. Once he got elected, whole family moved into Gracie Mansion, left all of that to the rats.
Real talk.
I think that is what has happened.
Yo,
And
the
now that
move.
is a bustling metropolis.
Real talk. That first day after he gets out, and he's no
Mhm.
longer mayor, and he got to fight those rats to get
Ooh,
his house back. Good luck, my G.
good luck. You're gonna have to fight a rat king. I don't think you want to fight one of those.
Real talk. Them dudes is ready. Splinter gonna fuck you up. Gonna be crazy, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, forget about it. Oh my gosh.
In other news, Mexican government says the arm of a 19th century mummy came off after mishandling by the museum staff. Mexico's federal archaeology agency on Monday accused the conservative governed city of Guanajuato of mistreating one of the country's famous mummified 19th century bodies. The National Institute of Anthropology and History said that during a recent renovation at the museum where the mummified bodies are on permanent display, the arm of one of the mummies came off. One might think the complaint is all about the dignified treatment of the corpses buried around the early 1800s and dug up starting in 1860s because their families could no longer pay burial fees. But in fact, the mummies have been on somewhat grisly display in glass cases in a museum in Guanajuato, the capital of the state of the same name, and toted around to tourism fairs for decades. Some were exhibited in the United States in 2009. What appears to be the root of the latest dispute is a turf battle between the INAH, which believes it has jurisdiction over the mummies because it says they are a national patrimony, and Guanajuato, which considers them a tourist attraction. The
Oh my
state and the
gosh.
city are governed by the Conservative National Action Party, which the Morena Party, which holds power at the federal level and considers its arch enemy.
Okay, this is getting confusing. But
Yeah.
like, okay, this is a lot. So let's just let's just break it down to let's take it down to like brass tacks. One of the arms fell off of these mummies,
Yep.
and these mummies are just in a big old glass case,
Yep.
and they've been traveling around. Did you ever see? Did New York have the bodies exhibit? Are you familiar with that?
No.
That was the exhibit of like bodies doing various things, and I believe, I mean, I was going to say I believe they're like corpses, but of course there's no live body like on display in a um but I forget where they got the corpses from, but it's just kind of wild that they would just fully display a dead body like playing rugby or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, like I'm
look up
seeing these pictures. This is freaking me out.
yeah, and they would the exhibit would be up in various, cities, and I know the one that was in Atlanta was there for years. Years.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, "Who's going to this?" And I guess, like, schools. You know what I mean? Like, in the daytime,
Right.
like, it's straight up field trip material, but wild. And I think this is kind of like that, only they don't have them, like, m pantomiming drinking tea or whatever the fuck they had at these but, I
They,
mean, like, I bet they had one here, but it was, like, deep in an outer borough, like, you know what I mean?
this is trippy.
Yeah.
Amsterdam got one playing jazz.
Okay,
Like he's
like
on a trumpet, killing it.
yeah, like, it's really a weird thing. It's just like, we
Okay.
know bodies can do that. I don't know if I I like if you're watching the video of this episode, you are watching Gastor look at these photos and go, "What the fuck?" Like, your
Yeah,
face is everything. I'm not
was
even looking up the pictures because where the exhibit was in Atlanta for a long time was not far from an office building I worked in, so they had the signs plastered everywhere. So I would just go to lunch with these banners of the bodies exhibit swinging from light poles. So I'm like, I got it. All I got to do is say bodies exhibit and I can conjure up those bodies in my brain. But if you don't know what it is, yeah.
yo, like the way that like conservatives feel about porn, that's how I feel about this. Like
Yes.
this, I don't want to see. This is too far. Real talk. And if we ever get to a place where this is the norm, I know that I'm officially old. Like
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. This might be a future kink, by the way. This is gonna be a search engine on
I
like
mean, this it's got to be a kink now for sure. Because I
real
mean,
talk.
I'm talking about the bodies exhibit. I'm talking about this being up like
Yeah.
10 like as of today I've been in New York as an adult for 11 years.
Yeah, it's
So I'm
everywhere.
talking like 11 years like I'm talking like 15 years ago. Is when
Yo, like I'm
yeah.
looking now on their website. They have some parts of it on exhibit in like 14 places.
Mhm.
And like 5 of them are permanent and the other
Yeah.
ones are like traveling portions of it
Yes.
on exhibit.
So I imagine while you're doing a traveling bodies exhibit that an arm's going to break off probably.
Yo, do you think they come like jangly and you put them in place, or do you think they travel like in their position?
That's an excellent question. Um I think with the story of this arm falling off, I feel like they probably just manhandle them a little to get them
Right?
down, pack them down into, like, giant boxes to move, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
reconfigure it for whatever the new space is.
Right. Or it's because like I'm also thinking like like hip hop producers and like DJs, they get like special cases of foam for each
Yeah.
piece of equipment.
Yep.
Maybe it's like that. Like they gotta get this is for the jazz player. And they
Yes.
gotta be cut out for him.
But imagine how expensive it is to have those kinds of fucking cases for
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like those travel cases that you get for like vinyl or turntables, how to
Yeah.
like doing that for the various bodies in their weird positions. I think they probably just move them
Smooth
down.
that dude over. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, and then just pack them and then reconfigure. I what a terrible situation we found ourselves talking about, but I
So
think that's what they do. Let me go on record as saying not a fan.
yeah, the same for me.
It's
Real
not
talk.
my thing. Not
Like
my
this is
thing.
like I know the city and the museum are battling.
Mhm.
If I was either one of these, I would be like, yo, you got this.
Yeah, I don't wanna this
It's
isn't
cool.
something I need to lay claim on.
Real talk. You can have you want? Yeah, cool. I don't want to touch them anymore anyway. Cool. Real talk, B.
Oh,
Good luck to whoever wants to win this.
yeah, whoever wants to be responsible for these bodies, yuck.
Yeah, yo, real talk, B. Yo, man. I'm just looking at the picture of the bodies and like,
Mhm.
one of these dudes was a stand-up, like, and this is what his life has come to, you know.
I don't think so, because I feel like there were Chinese people.
You don't think
I
there were
don't
Chinese stand-ups is racist, shot? What you talking
I I feel like
about?
no. I feel like there probably weren't.
There were no Chinese stand-ups in the 1800s? Nah?
Yeah, I feel like, it probably looked different.
Oh, man. I don't know why I find that hysterical as an idea. Everything what would stand-up look like in China in the 1800s? Uh, or Shalewa just being so adamant that like, nope, definitely not.
No, I know nothing about it, but I've decided, nah.
Nah.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Well, good luck to them. I hope he's enjoying still being looked at by crowds every day, Uh,
Yuck.
and finally, 706 people named Kyle got together in Texas, and it still wasn't enough for the world record. That's right.
Oh.
How many people named Kyle can you fit into one place? For one Texas city, not enough. Another attempt by the city of Kyle, Texas, to break the world record for the largest gathering of people with one name fell short Saturday, despite 706 Kyles of all ages turning up to the park in the suburbs of Austin. The crown is currently held by a town in Bosnia that got 2,325 people named Ivan together in 2017, according to the Guinness World Records. It's not the first time the Kyles have come gunning for the Ivans. Last year, the official count at what has become known as the Gathering of the Kyles clocked in at 1,490 in the fast-growing Texas city that is about 37 miles south of Austin, the state's capital.
Oh,
Kyle
we're
is
losing
not.
Kyles. We're
Yo,
losing
real talk.
Kyles.
You lost more than half the Kyles.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, Kyle is not a chart topper among the popular names in the U.S. According to Social Security admin, which annually tracks the names given to girls and boys in each state. The most recent data showed Kyle ranked 416th among male names in 2023. By comparison, Ivan ranked 153.
Oh, okay, so Ivan's already.
Yeah, Ivan got
Um,
you, homie.
I do know that there, is a comedian, one of my favorite comedians named Kyle Kinane,
Okay.
and, he has a very funny joke about being named Kyle and being his age and named Kyle, and how that's not that's not really a thing that happens. That Kyles don't live longer than a certain age, and then they die in, some sort of skating accident or some shit. But
Yo,
yeah,
imagine if
that
that's the reason they can't win. They just keep losing them
losing,
legitimately.
yes, losing them at skate parks. And
uh,
part of me is like, I wonder if Kanane tried to go to this Kyle thing, but
yo, they
probably
need them.
not.
They need them.
They need him.
Friend of the show, Courtney Farrington, was actually a member of one of my favorite show ideas, the stand-up show named Hello, My Name is Courtney,
Oh
with four
yes,
different comics named Courtney for very different, like two black dudes, a black woman, and a white woman. I just love that, like, it's completely different, like,
yes.
sexes, walks of life, all had the same name. It was just really dope. Shouts to the Courtneys, Reynolds, um,
I
Farrington, and
know.
P.
There were so
Real
many
talk.
Courtneys, but I thought it was very funny that, I mean, Courtney is one of the first names that you throw out there as, like, a stereotypical white woman name,
Yeah.
and in this show, there were 2 black guys named Courtney.
Yo,
I'm
three
like,
quarters of the
"Yeah,
show
I
is
don't."
black. Straight
Yeah, I know. I was like, "I don't think y'all know that Courtney for black men is actually kind of a popular name." I don't know why that is.
Yo, I got into like a kind of like positive reinforcement, but an argument with Courtney Reynolds about this about like 3 months ago. I was like, yo, like this show idea is funny as hell. Y'all should bring it back. And he's like, yeah, but like, what, like the other Courtneys like moved, they're doing well, like they're on the road or
Right.
in LA. What do I do? I'm like, just keep booking other Courtneys. And like someone else in the room, he's like, there's not that many Courtneys. I'm like, there's mad fucking
There are
Courtneys.
plenty of Courtneys.
Yeah,
Put a
plenty
call
of
out for
Courtneys.
Courtneys.
Real talk.
You'll
I
find them.
promise you.
Yeah.
You'll get mad Courtney comics. And then the OG four Courtneys, whenever they around, they come back in.
They can drop in.
They
The
can drop
OG
in.
Courtney.
Real talk. I promise you this works. You sleeping. Real talk. Let me find another comedian named Gastor. I promise you. I'll be doing wild shit out here in the street. Yo, if you would like to change your name to Gastor or Shalewa and work with Gastor or Shalewa. You know what I mean?
There
You could
actually
be
is
like, there
another
is
Shalewa. She's not a comedian, but,
okay,
I did go to her birthday party once.
okay,
She how did she find me? There might have been some sort of connection, like, she maybe her parents were friends with someone who knew my parents and heard the name. There was I'm not exactly sure, but we had a very similar childhood. Um, and, I feel like maybe we went to the same private school in New York, like, years apart, though.
yo,
And, or whatever, but she, found me and we talked a little bit. We talked briefly on Facebook, and then she was like, this sounds insane, but I am I'm having a birthday party if you wanna stop by." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I will." And so I did. I knew no one there, and, it was like at some very cool place in, Crown Heights or whatever, and I couldn't stay long because I had to go to do a show or something, but I did get to wish her happy birthday. But while we were waiting for her to come to the party, people were just like, "Oh, how do you know Shalewa?" And I was like, "Oh, um, uh, well, we have the same name." And they're like, "What?" People were like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have the same name, so I'm just coming to her birthday."
real talk. I'm the prototype, baby.
So, yeah, it is wild when you have that name and you're not in Nigeria. It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
Yo, yeah, we are looking for new gas stores and Shalewas. We wanna do comedy as MF Doom as much as possible. Okay.
Oh my
Uh
gosh.
real talk. All you gotta do is like subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You're not willing to go all the way. You won't even change your name legally. Come on.
Come
Commit to the
on.
bit. You know?
Listen to our business pitch. Be
Yeah, it's
one of
great.
us. That's it.
That's it.
Very
5 stars. You see the business potential. You see how much money we making. Now we get to split
simple.
that.
Oh, I don't know if I'm not sure that's a selling point actually. Yeah, maybe a different thing.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, something else. We'll let you into a show for free. We got you. We'll
Yeah,
figure
we'll
something
do
out.
that at least.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, I am Gastor Almonte. Hi, I'm actually Shalewa. Uh-oh.
Wow. Wow.
Nah,
Yo,
no, I can't
shocking.
pull it off. Yo.
Shocking. Well, if we just start looking alike and speaking alike, Gasper, that would be so funny.
Real talk. You
That
know what?
would.
You heard it. I am Dominican. Shalewa Sharpe.
I'm garden variety black person Gastor Almonte. I guess.
This is the Freaky Friday edition of the War Report.
Yep.
Catch y'all next time. Peace.